So welcome to our first show here on the Atticus Health channel, really from our studio. And you know, it's a great day today because we are here with Connor McRae, who was the winner of our short film competition. And look, his film, View, was a great thing to watch. It was actually very professional, and so I might ask Connor now just how he came to make View, why he made View, and what he's going to do with the money. Connor?
Yeah, well, thanks for having me. Thanks for having me here. Essentially, it came from, I'm doing film and TV at Swinburne for university, and it came from a script writing class where we were sort of challenged to make or design a script for a 90-second film and try and tell as much as you could in 90 seconds, which is about 2 pages of script. And I sort of got the idea when I saw that this competition came along. I thought that it might be a really cool idea to actually film that idea, seeing as it was about a therapist, which slightly relates to the medical industry and all that. So I decided to film it, and I was really happy with it. I was able to get some equipment from university, and I got some help from friends. I got a good friend, Jackson Peel, to act in it, and he was really sensational. And then it was just about me editing it and getting it up, and I'm really happy with the final product. I always love that with films you can look back on the final product. There's something tangible you can watch and experience again, and I really love where I got to with this film.
Well, yeah, look, I think everyone else seemed to love it too, which is great. I loved it. I think that, yeah, we are a medical clinic, and you hit the right sort of mark down that line. Not that that was essential, but nonetheless, it was pretty good that you thought of us that way. Connor, now you're a relative local to these parts,
yes.
These parts being Carrum and Patterson Lakes, and goes to show there's many people out there with a lot of talent.
It's a small world. There's a lot of talent out there. Yeah,
definitely. And Connor, so tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Well, I live in Patterson Lakes, and essentially I've been a music lover for a long time, and that sort of carried on into filmmaking as well and acting as well. So I'm very much sort of an arts kid, and I love all those types of things. But it was actually in grade 6 or grade 5 at Carrum Primary School, where I went to school, and we got local. We got a new teacher, Mr. Mulcahy, come in as a student teacher in grade 5, and then he became my actual teacher in grade 6, and he introduced us to Movie Maker and all these different sorts of things, and I had a lot of fun just creating stuff with pictures and music in Movie Maker. And then eventually when I got into, I was studying media at Melbourne High later on in my schooling life, I was able to do media as a subject, and that involved creating stories, not just putting pictures to music, actually creating emotion and creating images. And so that's how I sort of really got onto the...
Mr. Mulcahy, sorry, what's his first name?
Marcus.
Marcus Radio Carrum.
Yep.
He's back in full effect, infiltrating this YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Through Connor.
He's done so much since it's probably about 8 years ago now, and he has done so much. And when I actually made my Year 12 film at the end of my schooling years in 2014, I sent it to him with an email saying thank you, because without you I probably wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't have had that inspiration to be performing this. So he and my media teacher for 4 years at Melbourne High, Mike Frensham, are two of the people who I really feel grateful to have, who really pointed me in the right direction. So
there you go. What a story. Goes to show, Marcus, you're everywhere. You've done a good job with Connor through Carrum Primary School. Look, I mean, Connor asked me earlier, why we're interested in film and, why we did this. I think that YouTube, as a broad statement, is just such a powerful thing to have in a modern day world, at your disposal.
Yeah.
If you look at the options here to get messages out, it's sort of such a, in a medical sense, an untapped thing to do.
Yeah.
And I was telling Connor that basically we hope to bring some different things to a YouTube channel that could be useful for your health, and perhaps just in general fun. So, you know,
change it up. Yeah, I really like the idea, and I'd love to see how the channel will, you know, evolve over the years, and how you'll be able to share different like pieces of information, or you know, with future film contests, how they will go. Because I'm thinking like the kids that are in the other films as well, because there are kids that feature in those. I would love for them to have the same sort of experience of looking back on those films that they've made with their parents and wanting to make some more. So I'd be interested to see how everything sort of evolves from here.
Yeah, there you go. So, well, look, Connor, I just sort of, before doing this, suggested to Connor that he might be able to help make this studio a success. So if it goes anywhere or not, that might be also because of Connor.
Not at all.
Yeah. But look, what can we say about that? Yeah, thank you to everyone else who entered. We did have some kids out of Tyab, I think, and Karam as well. And it's just great to see. And I think that video is just such a great thing, or the arts sort of area just allows people to express emotion, which as a GP, I think, you know, sometimes I feel sad that people can express so much emotion behind a closed door and come to the real world out there. You know, there's a stigma in part not to, and you've just got to sort of get on with it and not look at what's really happening. Yeah. So, Connor, 1,000 buckaroos, what are you going to do?
Well, I actually just recently shot a film over the last weekend, or the previous weekend, for an international scores competition.
That sounds not as important as this. Proceed.
No, it's not at all. It was for a favourite artist of mine who's been doing film scores every month this year. And
what is a film score?
So it's like a piece of music, essentially, that accompanies footage, and he has been releasing just the music on its own. And then his name's Adam Young, and he was like, I would like people to make a 5 to 10 minute film using my music, and I'm a big fan, and I couldn't pass up an opportunity. But that did come with its fees, because we did have to shoot out in Warburton and all that, so there's costs for petrol. The cinematographer, who's a friend of my producer who helped out with the film, he had to fly down from Sydney, so there's just some costs for that. So it's really going to go into mostly sort of fueling that, and then there'll be a bit left on the side.
It sounds like you're having an artsy sort of party.
Yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful. So Connor's going to have a great art party with his $1,000, which is great. But in all seriousness, I think what you're doing, sort of just getting out there and having a bit of fun, but moving people and getting them to express emotion, is probably not dissimilar to what I do. And on that basis, I think it's great. So thanks again for coming.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure. Thanks, Colin.